begonia flower. She clipped you, didn't she? It's crazy.
Yeah, her and She-Wolf. If it was them, it was genius. I did not see it coming.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. The fact that they came in there and like said prohibitive things and then blamed it on me, and then Clubhouse is like, oh, okay, this is a bad actor, delete. But it was only because I let them speak that they had the evidence to delete me. So you can kill with a word.
Binded in time.
Time Bandits.
Yeah, that's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie.
Been a very long time since I've seen it.
So what are the books of? What are the books for today? Like, what books are we getting into?
Well, yesterday we read What is Zen by Watts. We read Wisdom of Insecurity by Watts. We wed the Kabbalah, the Mystic Quest in Judaism, and then we also have Sylvia Brown, The Mystical Life of Jesus, an uncommon perspective on guess who? The life of JC.
Christ consciousness. Right on.
Me. You know, it was all because of conscious Christ compels me. I'm a black man. I got baptized by a black guy at the YMCA. And then I stopped going to church, and my dad was like, John, why did you stop going? Everyone is so upset. I said, well, you don't really believe in angels, do you? He goes, yeah, absolutely, I believe in angels. I said, well, then you must be a Kabbalist. But, you know, I prefer different comic books. He was like, angels aren't comic book characters. And I said, well, how are they any different? And so my dad got very upset with me. But the truth is, I didn't want to go sit in a room for a couple hours every Saturday. You know, eventually it got a little old. But the guy that baptized me, he passed on.
You know, like the best option though is like not to actually go to like the sermon portion of like church and just go to like the actual Sunday Saturday studies, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's where you get like real sort of like gleans of wisdom from other people, like their own interpretations of the Bible. That's I prefer that to the actual sermon when I'm just like, you know, being sort of like talked to for about an hour. It's not really worth it.
Well, we would watch videos of the founder of the church. His name is Garner Ted Armstrong. And my dad would sleep and fall asleep. And I was so embarrassed because I was like, I can't believe we come here and it's like so disrespectful to the, to the preacher or to the pastor. Anyways, eventually I stopped going.
Like, I have a similar thing with like my dad. Where like how he treats like customer sort of like employees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where you know we go to like a restaurant and he doesn't think like he's above them, but he wants like perfect service, and I'm like, come on, Dad, like these people are getting paid like like less than $3 an hour as servers. You're not going to be getting like amazing. That's sort of like the way that you're treating them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think you can actually really find out somebody's persona by the way they treat, waiters, etc. Because it's really also about awareness. Because I was a server. I went from working at Google, making over 6 figures, to working at a pizza restaurant, making nothing, and the respect that you get as a server just doesn't exist. People don't even people just basically think you're a robot. They have no idea that you're a real human breathing human. They talk to you and treat you as if you are literally just a robot and not a real person. And, be careful who you're rude to, really. Like on the internet, even making this comment on making an insensitive comment, even if it's accurate, can still lead to significant friction. So,
especially with Dr. Adams, how he has that ban button, that he can instantly ban anyone who's coming to him by So he literally has it pulled up. He just press it and like, boom, you're gone.
If you suck one security head's dick, apparently you can, control who uses a dying app.
Yeah, it's called sex intelligence. You're the one that brought it up.
Amazing is like the stupid gold coins and shit. Like, I actually spent the time to set up my Stripe account, upload my driver's license, upload my W-2, connect my bank account, and then they just delete my account.
Yeah.
All that fucking, it's like, are you guys really trying to run a business here? Because, like, I'm a power user. I'm a fucking power user. So, anyways.
It would be nice if it was like something similar to like Cash App. Like when you first like it's just like fake money, right? It's like an IOU. And then they don't really know what they're doing with this app at all.
They know what. See, the thing is, it's owned by like one of the richest men in the world, so they don't really give a fuck if it loses a couple million a year, because the value that it.
Haven't they like secured like $1 billion in funding already?
I think I don't think it was secured funding. I think it was just like, well, whatever that headline was. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the number, but it doesn't really matter because honestly, X is incredible. Like, but TikTok is also pathetic. The fact that you can't say the R word.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, what in the world? That's like, most of these people are, R words anyway. So it's like, you're just sort of like describing the nature of what reality is. And so it's like, you're just trying to censor reality when you do that.
See, I can understand like getting to a point where you don't actually use any offensive terminology because like that's actually not intelligent.
Like, hey buddy, like the nice southern way of doing your insults.
No, I guess what I'm saying is there's no real reason to intentionally try to insult people. That is just not intelligent. Even if you're offended by what they're saying, to just cascade and create additional friction is not intelligence. Now, I guess it's possible that it could be used effectively, but honestly, in terms of like personal problems and friction that it can create, always try to be super rational somebody else's emotional moment or to even think about it, because you're immediately drawn into the opposing party's hypnosis. And
well, it's like what the Tao says, like I alone am I alone am going, tossed away wave by wave, So like when you're in like a sort of unfamiliar situation, put yourself in that sort of perspective. That's like how everyone is, irregardless of where your position is.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess regret is a concept, but like intelligence transcends and improves all systems. But intelligence, see, I think I'm trying to do bait and switches all the time, because in my comments, I'm trying to gaslight, but then I have a secret surprise, which is I'm actually like I'm an enlightenment persona. So I bought a bunch of Thomas Paine books. Do you know who Thomas Paine is?
He brings the pain.
Yeah, he's a pain in people's ass. The philosopher is always the pain in the ass. And that's why Roman emperors eventually outlawed philosophy, because they said it's just politics. And so they outlawed it. They actually banned the art of philosophy.
Yeah, one of the reasons there's this thesis, it's called selective breeding and the birth of philosophy. And one of the reasons why they banned philosophy was because they were bringing up dangerous ideas of like eugenics.
What's interesting too is I think most people think they're philosophers. And so if I gaslight and then they re-gaslight, I failed to note their philosophy, meaning that they're not expressive of it, but also this is like another thing. Like if I take a chick out on a date and she's beautiful, she's wonderful, I'm in love, etc. If you believe in magic, what you're actually doing is you're being attracted to somebody's magic and their magnetism. But every single person has this magic potential. And it's not just potential, it's actuality. But it's hard to actually know that everybody walking around on Earth is a magician, a sorcerer, or a sorceress.
Well, it's like that's in regards to like the super stimulus, right? People that smile more, that laugh, they stimulate that sort of portion of your brain, and that's sort of like the magic potential that they're kind of tapping into. Super stimulus, that's just magic and a different sort of like terminology,
Yeah.
right? Because like when you smile, when you laugh, you're tapping into like the art of persuasion. And if when you can get it so unconsciously done, you're not like, forget like, fake it until you actually make it. And it'll be ingrained into sort of like the personality of who you are over time.
What's interesting is Sora has these Trump videos of him in like Judge Judy's court, smoking weed, like tonguing and kissing Barack Obama, like crazy Trump videos.
Some really unfortunate like porn videos of Trump. Like it's really like it's an info hazard.
Well, what I'm saying is, what was I gonna say? Anyways, that is super stimulus, and I've been posting the videos just to see if the algorithm will pick it up. But also, like, I have so much content out there and so many accounts. This is what's kind of interesting is that I have achieved a state with my enemies, like whoever reported my accounts and got me deleted or gets other accounts deleted over the years, is that the sheer amount of accounts that I have makes finding specific content difficult to even report. Because when you see the number of YouTube videos I have and how long the live streams are, to like actually try to find that moment that some individual wants to complain about is difficult. But
can you like do like a neural analysis, like AI automated, like a transcript of all those hours that you've recorded for
YouTube creates transcripts, and they also do closed captioning, which is amazing. And the closed captioning is where you can see how the algorithm actually determines, okay, this is abusive, this is hate speech, this is a violation. And it's really all in the transcript. It's not even there's context to the statement, but anyways.
Hey, what's up, Abby? I heard what's his name? Diego. He's back, right, to the app. Happy hair, Mr. Dandruff.
I also good thing, and it's good for them too, because I'm a gaslight, and I don't want people fixated on me who I gaslight. Like, hit it and quit it and block it and forget it. Like, some people are toxic, and the highest level of toxicity to me as an artist and a creator is someone who gets my content removed. But it's also a me problem, as I admitted before, that intelligence doesn't actually intentionally cause friction. I really am just interested in exceeding and improving myself, intellectually, intelligently. So this app is like a breeding ground for bad behavior.
Begonia, right? Yeah, Begonia, and what's her face?
She-Wolf.
The other one, She-Wolf. Yeah, that got you clipped.
We don't know for sure. It's impossible to ever really know because we have so many enemies. Abby, do you want to come up and say anything? And wait, I was just teasing you about your PTR. Like, you're a beautiful person. and you're not a toxic creature that came out of Chernobyl. You're a beautiful person, and I only like bringing it up because like weirdos on this app love to say, "Hey, you want to see Abby's photo?" It's like, wow. I mean, Abby, I live stream myself every day, 24 hours a day. Like, there's no shame in my game, Like, you can see me.
I think John, you're just super curious to see how Abby looks like. I think that's what it comes down to. You have like this voice. You just want to put an image to.
No, I know what she looks like now because Bussy showed me her photos, and Bussy showed me other photos.
That's AI. Like I'm telling you.
Well, it doesn't really matter what you look like.
You know that he's an AI person. No, I'm not. Yes. No, I usually cannot speak anymore. I'm doing stuff. That's why. I'm not upset or something. I still love you, Kitover.
Oh,